Hey there. This is Ed Rigsbee, Executive Director of the Cigar Peg. You know, most of the people that attend the NSA, National Speakers Association Convention, know what the Cigar Peg is. And for those of you that haven't attended the convention, or maybe don't know what the Cigar Peg is, it's one of the most inclusive social groups that NSA has going for it. And while we're not officially part of NSA, you know, we earn a lot of money, and we donate a tremendous amount of money to the NSA Foundation. And in putting these parties on every year, you know, I get a lot of credit because I'm the guy that runs it. But you know, the reality is, I can't do all this myself. I mean, you know that, I know that. And the people that help out, they're kind of like the unsung heroes. You know, they don't always get the credit. And I want to talk to you about Rick Metzger. Now, Rick Metzger is a fascinating guy. I met him back about, I think, the 94, 95, 96, whenever it was, whenever that convention was in Minneapolis so many years ago. And several years ago, I asked Rick if he would be the Cigar Peg security. You know, he's a champion weightlifter, and pretty big guy, somebody you don't want to mess with. God, as a matter of fact, I'll never forget the NSA convention in Atlanta, the Cigar Peg party at Local Luna. There was some gal that just wanted to jump in, and she wanted to be in charge of everything. Finally, I had to tell her no. And her husband was there, and he just was going to have a hissy. And as he was coming after me, which I didn't even know happened, that's the great thing about Rick Metzger. I don't know the things that happened. He basically stepped in front of the guy and said, you know, if you want to get to him, meaning me, he says, you got to go through me. Now, Rick's not the guy you want to try to go through. And this couple backed down and cooled off, and you know, so Rick, here's to you. But you know, Rick is an interesting guy in the respect that, you know, he's at the NSA convention. A lot of times he's in the background running things, you know, for the convention itself. You don't see him. He just donates time like you wouldn't believe. And as my bouncer and personal security, and the guy that keeps me personally out of trouble, you know, nobody would ever think of me as being obnoxious. Well, maybe a little. Anyway, I just wanted to say thanks, Rick. I mean, you know, you've saved my bacon more than once. And you know, you'll probably meet Rick this summer in Indianapolis at the NSA convention in the Cigar Peg suite. And he's there just doing anything he can to make everybody have a good time, you know, getting people drinks, cleaning up, I mean, watching the door, making sure that interlopers that haven't paid, you know, don't get in the suite. And do me a favor, if you would, this summer, and when you're in Indianapolis at the NSA convention, and when you're up in the Cigar Peg suite, you know, enjoying an adult beverage or two, do me a favor. Go up to Rick and say, Rick, thanks. You know, thanks so much for helping to make the Cigar Peg what it is. And Rick, I'd like to give you my personal thanks. I mean, you know, you're there, you don't ask for anything in return. You're just constantly one of the folks that make this Cigar Peg work. And like Rick, I know you don't smoke cigars. Well, here's to you. And it's actually Rick was the guy that came to me and asked if we could start giving money to the American Cancer Society, because he does a marathon every year for him. Unfortunately, his father passed away from cancer. But, you know, go to Rick and say, thanks, Rick. And, you know, Rick, you know, this is to you. Thanks for your help. Thanks for everything you do. And all of you Cigar Peg enthusiasts, or as we like to call ourselves, Cigar Peggers. Oh, this is good. Anyway, go up to Rick and say, thanks, Rick. We appreciate you. And from me to you, Rick, thank you very much. And here's to many Cigar Pegs where you save my bacon. I appreciate you.